Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and look at this tweet from my sponsor, Link2. In 2025, I think blank will file for IPO. Let's see what people are thinking about that. Circle, I think that's pretty certain. Uphold, Ripple, Stripe, Circle, Link2. I think all of these are possibles. A lot of Ripples in here. I think at a minimum, Ripple's going to announce that they're going to go IPO. Let's see here. It's mostly Ripple is the answer. But a lot of those mentioned, if they don't go IPO, they could also be bought or merge or all kinds of things. I wanted to show you this. I asked Grok, biggest IPOs of all time. I find it interesting that the IPO that Bill Hinman and Jay Clayton helped take public, China, Alibaba, is one of the largest in history, and along comes Ripple. You can go to Link2 and check out the private equity, because there is some activity coming. Check the private equity out at linqto.com, a sponsor. All right, the market. I want to point something out. There's not any major amount of new money coming into this market yet, and we hadn't even begun to see that. XRP has been doing pretty well over the last 48 hours versus others. In fact, you'll see if you click on it, you'll see a little bit of a spike. If we can get it to load, that is. There was a spike up over the last couple of days. We had been floating down here in the, let's see, no, it was over here. Yeah. No, hold on. Let's do a 7-day and you'll see it right here. We had been down along here, and then after it was right on the first, actually, is when it jumped up. Okay, this is Altcoin Daily. They're Bitcoin maxis. They say the truth is Bitcoin price fair value is actually probably well above 100K right now. Crypto was suppressed by Gary Gensler for years. BlackRock, Donald Trump, Elon Musk are all in. 2025 is vastly different from the first 15 years. Do you get it yet? Actually, there's something more to get, and that is Bitcoin has really not, the crypto market itself has been suppressed, but Bitcoin has not really been held back. From the Hinman speech to today, Bitcoin and Ethereum have had this fake regulatory clarity. That's a fact. Neither Ethereum, it's almost like they said they were going to go after it, but then they didn't. And they never said they were going to do anything, and never did do anything about anything from the merge, because they can't. That's where the bodies are buried. And Bitcoin, Gary Gensler passed the ETF. He's called it a commodity the whole time. No scrutiny whatsoever of Bitcoin. So I don't know what these guys are talking about. Bitcoin has had its chance. I think it's XRP's turn. XRP is the one crypto that's been suppressed more than any other. There's not even a contest for this. That's why I'm all in on XRP. And I'm not saying I wouldn't buy back in on Bitcoin, but I got out of Bitcoin in my IRA, and I went all into XRP on it for now. That doesn't mean it won't change in the future, I'm not saying that Bitcoin's not going to go to 1 million or even farther. I think it probably will if they allow it to live, and I do mean allow. This is Maria Bartiromo.
Continue.
Yeah, one of the Bitcoin acolytes, Tim Draper, for many years has been a supporter, and he says something like 250,000 by the end of this year. Maybe that's a little bit hyperbolic, but I would ask you. You just talked about how others, whether it's the ETFs or you got to look at these central banks that may start to snap up Bitcoin. We know what happened during the gold rush of the 49, and everybody rushes in, the supply goes down, price goes up, and then suddenly there's nothing left. How do you avoid getting caught in any kind of maelstrom or vortex?
I think Bitcoin, if you look at it over the past 13, 14 years, it's only been down 3 years out of the 14. And one of those years was just, obviously during the COVID when all markets were down. So over any period, you can look at Bitcoin and it's gone up on average somewhere between 29 and 50% a year easily. And so our recommendation, my recommendation to my kids, for example, is that put just a little bit away every month in Bitcoin and forget about it and just watch.
Okay.
And over 2, 3.
I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's bad advice at all. Okay, there was a lot of talk going on. This guy's saying it's fake news about the IRS delaying the crypto tax reporting, and he, in this part right here is where he gets down to business. He said, so IRS stepped in on New Year's Eve and issued revenue procedural or whatever 2025-07. It does not delay overall crypt tax reporting. It does not remove the safe harbor requirement. It does not apply beyond crypto held in custody of brokers, exchanges typically. It does keep the safe harbor requirements. It does allow taxpayers to make an adequate identification in their own books and records. It does give brokers until December 31st, 2025 to have their systems in place to accept identification. So he's trying to clarify things. Look at this from Polymarket. There's a 70% chance XRP, Ripple, this is what they keep confusing that, gets an ETF approval this year. 70% chance. And then there was this, XRP flips Charles Schwab in market cap. I can't believe CoinMarketCap or Cointelegraph is letting people know about this. Here's an interesting clip from the Modern Investor.
He believes the worst case scenario for XRP in 2025 is $7 a coin. That's the worst where the coin could possibly go. He said the normal scenario where he thinks this coin is going in the short term is 16 to 20 US dollars per coin. If you get a chance, you can even go look at the report yourself, like on his actual Twitter page. He's been spot on constantly. He believes.
Pretty interesting stuff. I'm in the $10 to $20 camp, folks. Then there's this.
It increasingly looks like Bitcoin is sort of like the, at least if not the neutral reserve asset choice of the West. Like I retweeted it on Friday or Saturday. Like Bessent is meeting with Loomis. Like that's fascinating to me. That's absolutely fascinating to me. And she's saying like we're talking about a Bitcoin reserve. Like I would not have bet that tweet would have taken place even a week before. So things seem to be moving really fast. To your point about, Russian language media came out this week, or 2 weeks ago, State Duma introduced a Bitcoin reserve, all in Russian. You gotta, I didn't see it anywhere on Bloomberg. I didn't see it anywhere on Reuters. I didn't see it anywhere on CNBC. I had to translate the friggin' article from Russian in Google Translate, but there it is. And so, think about the implications of the world's biggest commodity producer bidding for Bitcoin. Are you kidding me? The implications. Sell oil, buy Bitcoin.
So there's that it's not even covered. Not even covered.
And that's why I say that the big structural impact ultimately is, tactically, inflation, dollar up, disruption, whatever. Okay, interesting. But to me, that's not the real, that's the warm up. To me, the main event is 100% tariffs to force people from exiting the dollar system will nearly instantaneously drive the ending of the post-$71 system, because the world is not going to sit and, we're going to starve because of these tariffs. No, they're going to go, hey, Russia, I see you're settling in Bitcoin. Great. We're or gold, whatever they got to do. They're going to move to gold and Bitcoin, some mixed way, shape, or form. And the reality is like gold and Bitcoin aren't priced in the correct zip code.
Yeah.
If this is even directionally accurate.
Yeah.
Like Bitcoin would need at least one, a different digit in front of it. At least, and probably, and gold probably needs one too.
Interesting talk. Look at this from Smoke. Because Ripple plans to retain 25% of all XRP issued. This is from an old Ripple Labs archive, I guess. Actually, you can't read it like that. It says Ripple plans to retain 25% of all XRP issued to fund operations and hopefully turn it a profit and distribute the rest to incent participation in market makers' gateways. Consumers utilize protocol. Given that there's a finite number of XRP, as demand for XRP grows, the value XRP should appreciate. I agree. eGrag Crypto unicorn chart, he's $8 to $13, but then I wanted to show you the one. He says ultimate target, bullish pennant target $13 with potential 10 to 15%, $14, $15. But then he had this one, I want to show you. Now you're starting to get it. When I said we will tango with the sharks and whales, I meant every word. And what he's talking about here is his $27 call. That's where he really says it's essential to recognize the early XRP OGs. Those who are joining us now are gearing up to dance with banks, financial institutions, major financial players. This is why I continually say stay steady, stay strong. And then there was, wait, let me show you this, then I'll show you what I was going to show you. XRP is on track to $15 by the end of this month. Boy, I hope he's right. We're following the exact pattern of the March 2017 explosion. And then out of nowhere comes this guy. I don't know where this is coming from, but, and I'm not saying it's true, but what I am saying is that I won't be surprised if something like this happened, because I think Elon Musk and the PayPal mafia have been behind a lot of XRP and XLM from the beginning. Watch.
What's going on? We're seeing MicroStrategy is also buying more Bitcoin, so the whales are still buying. So the big rumor is that Elon Musk is offered to buy Ripple Labs for $25 billion out there. So this is wow. If that happens, that could be insane. That could mean that XRP could go to the moon. It could mean that that XRP will be integrated. We're still waiting for Dogecoin to be integrated as well into the X platform. So I think that's still going to happen. Keep in mind there's a lot of positive stuff for Doge. Elon Musk is still supporting the Doge, which is very good. I'm supporting the Doge out there. A lot of people have been beating me up in the comments. Why are you suddenly talking about XRP? Well, I think XRP has.
Well, that's a good thing if he's not even an XRP guy and he's talking about it.
It's got a lot of opportunities. It's going to could replace the SWIFT system. It's got the ISO 2022 as well. So there's a lot of positive things happening. On March 20th, that goes live. So I think that I really believe that Ripple right now is poised to do something really big, and they gave Donald Trump around about $5 million for the inauguration. So I think that Donald Trump, Elon Musk, XRP is definitely going to be doing something, guys. I definitely think something big is going to happen for XRP.
I think so too. Now, in DAIXRP.com, I'm going to show you, for some of you have never seen any of this stuff, I'm going to show you some of the things that I've been showing over the years about that tie between the PayPal mafia and Elon Musk and Peter Thiel and those guys, so that you understand how this could easily be a scenario. I'm not saying that Elon Musk is going to buy Ripple. I think it's more likely they go IPO. But I'm just saying that his ties to it, fingerprints are there. And I'm going to show them to you in DAIXRP.com. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Let's look at the PayPal mafia. Ripple, Stellar. Here we go.